Oh, fantastic. And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. For our next session, it is my pleasure to introduce Erin Watt. Erin works really closely with lots of the technology providers in the Shopify ecosystem in her role at Gorgias, and she has a passion for building and helping others to build long-lasting relationships, which is our favorite topic. Don't forget, any questions you might have along the way, pop them in the chat and we'll put them up at the end. Erin, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you, Fiona, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. I am very excited to be here with all of you today. As Fiona mentioned, I am Erin. So I'm one of the technology partner managers over here at Gorgias. Today's session, we will be very focused on how to drive customer retention through Customer Experience 2023, but we will also do a quick overview on Gorgias for those who are unfamiliar with our company and help desk. All right, let's get into it. So what is Gorgias? Gorgias is a customer service platform designed specifically for e-commerce brands and built for your entire tech stack. Our help desk focuses on being able to automate support, so being able to automate repetitive support questions like where's my order. We are a centralized solution, so we centralize all support questions from any social platform into one dashboard. This includes your email, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We also provide accessible customer data. So anytime a ticket is submitted into our dashboard, the customer profile will appear on the right-hand side, so an agent can provide a more personalized experience when replying to a customer question, as you can see in the example here. I'm very proud to announce that with the help from our amazing team and working with some incredible clients, we have been given the title as the #1 rated help desk built for e-commerce brands. We now have 12,000 e-commerce brands on Gorgias. 94% of those are on either Shopify or Shopify Plus. And it's incredible, we are used daily by 35,000 support agents. So on the right-hand side is an example of some of the more enterprise clients we work with. That's including Radio Shack, Steve Madden, Tushy, but our help desk really does cater to merchants of all sizes. So merchants who are just starting out their business and their online presence to merchants who are really well established with high ticket and order volume. So I'm not a gambling woman, but I can bet that 99% of our guests today would consider themselves a consumer and have shopped online. So I think it's fair to assume that we've all experienced good and bad customer support. So before we jump into the topic of retention, I feel it would be a really good idea to start where we actually begin losing repeat customers. So the first one, long first contact times and resolution times. On average, merchants' first contact time is about 12 hours, and the resolution times is a surprising 17 hours. Here at Gorgias, we're all about working smarter, not harder. So with our automation features like macros, rules, self-service chat, API and integrations, we can streamline processes and communications to solve common problems for the teams to work more efficiently. Number 2, the lack of personalizations. Customers feeling like just another number and not an appreciated client. Customers want to interact with the brand and with a human and feel that they're valid, not always talking to a robot. At Gorgias, we do offer a self-service option so customers can get answers much faster. If a customer does prefer to talk to an agent, a ticket will be created with the customer's profile and order history in the same dashboard. An agent then can provide a more personalized experience when actually replying to a customer. And lastly, the feeling that nobody's listening. There has been a massive growth of channels over the last decades, where it used to be just phone or email. Now there's SMS, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Buyers want to engage with the brand in all the channels that they are, and they don't want to have to repeat themselves. If they start a conversation in one channel and end in another, they want the same consistent experience. With Gorgias, our centralization feature is being able to integrate all your social platforms into one central place. We ensure that customers are happy by providing a frictionless customer journey from pre-sale to repeat purchases. Okay, so here's a great example of where merchants can miss the mark when providing impactful customer service. So goodbye to the days where a merchant can only provide good customer service at the first purchase and the post-purchase stage and expect a repeat customer. In 2022, Your customers need that white glove experience from the moment that they're introduced to your brand through either an ad or an Instagram post, all the way to that appreciation message they receive after the first purchase and that incentive memo to become a repeat customer. With rising acquisition costs, banks failing, and everything just feeling so expensive right now, merchants really need to build a brand that keeps customers around. If you can't retain customers, you'll never move away from high marketing costs and growing your brand in a sustainable way. Plus, if you can't offer a customer experience that generates brand loyalty, poor word of mouth will chip away at your brand's reputation and make it really hard to get new customers at all. So most e-commerce brands that we've been speaking to, they did mention that they are focused on retention this year, but they really haven't been making any changes to their strategy in order to improve retention. So maybe there isn't a one-size-fits-all retention strategy, but as an expert in customer support, Gorgias has a lot of data showing a correlation between excellent customer experience and an increase in retention and sales for a merchant. So here's a great example of repeat purchases over 180 days with a CSAT score of 4 out of 5 versus 5 out of 5. So most merchants actually do have a 4 out of 5 in customer experience, but if a merchant strives for 4.9 out of 5 out of 5 out of 5, as you can see in this example, the impact is large on their GMV and also better retention. All right, so let's jump into the fun stuff. So now we're going to actually start reviewing a few of the proven methods to improve customer retention through customer experience, and of course, that will also help to reduce churn for your company. So step 1, and I cannot say this enough, listen to your customers. Gorgias analyzed over 10,000 of our merchants' tickets to understand the top customer inquiries. So the number 1 customer inquiry falls under pre-sales. So pre-sales support means answering the questions that customers ask before they make a purchase or leading customers through the sales process and closing deals. Another big one, which I'm sure all of you have been frustrated by, is just trying to find out shipping status, especially when it's been long overdue. And another big one, not hearing back from the merchant at all, so that no reply. Honest feedback from your customers is like gold. By understanding your customers' needs, you can use the data to either build new products, anticipate the negative feedback before you lose a customer, or understand where in your processes you can do better. One of the ways that we actually help merchants do this is by offering satisfaction surveys in Gorgias, so you can easily see where your improvements can be made. So once again, don't assume that you know what your customers want, ask them. These surveys don't have to be long or time-consuming. A question or two during checkout or a marketing email asking for 2 minutes of their time is really enough to get the value that valuable intel that you need. Okay, so let's actually take a look at a merchant that listened to their customers' product feedback. Olipop is the best when it comes to SMS campaigns. They understand that it's easy to ignore an email in your inbox, but it's almost annoying to have to ignore a text ping to your phone. So to incentivize people to join their SMS list, they typically offer a discount to lock-in clients. But even without a discount, they have found that consumers are more willing to opt into a brand that they like, especially if the brand serves a purpose in their lives. Olipop did a campaign where they got product feedback, and with this feedback, they launched a new flavor via SMS. With this new flavor launch, they were able to generate $30,000 in 30 minutes. Crazy. But they were able to achieve this impressive goal because the cult following that they built joined their SMS list, so around 12,000. And with also the help of the Gorgias' help desk, their CSM team was able to respond to every SMS response with only a couple of minutes, helping to generate a lot of sales in a very short period of time. Here's another great example of our customer Brewmate increasing sales by providing better customer support. Like Olipop, Brewmate understands the importance of reaching out to their customers wherever they are and responding to questions and comments as if it's in real time. Here you'll see their performance overview between November 2021 and February 2022. During this time, they were able to reply to over 37,000 tickets in less than 54 seconds and resolve issues on average in 8 minutes. These results helped Brewmate generate over $300,000 in sales just from support. Another great example of a merchant increasing revenue during the brand awareness stage is Glenmetic. Something as simple as a personal message saying, "Hey, thanks for following us," gives a potential customer that human touch from a brand and also builds that first step of the relationship. It's really not just a cool idea. It actually lifted Glenmetic's GMV by 4%. So let's continue the talk about customer engagement. Ilia Beauty is another great example of a merchant that never misses an opportunity to engage with the customers and turn them into buyers. If you go to their Instagram page, you'll notice that there's never a comment or question that isn't liked or answered by one of their support agents. You're probably wondering, how can an agent keep up with an Instagram page with a following of 850,000 and never miss an opportunity? Well, by using Gorgias' help desk, Ilia Beauty is able to centralize all their social media comments and questions so support agents can quickly respond to customers when they need to and automate responses when they don't. So speaking about using automations to answer support questions, here's an example of a rule created in Gorgias using machine learning for sentiment detection that can help turn social browsers into buyers. So sentiment detection can identify who has commented positively or negatively on your social platform. So if a customer or prospect wrote a very positive comment on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter to show your appreciation for them being a valid customer, you can either send them a coupon code or you can try to use this moment to convert them into a paid customer. You can also use sentiment detection to identify negative posts and try to reduce any harm to your brand. So you can either reply or automatically hide negative comments. Now, please note, some platforms like Facebook, they don't like when you always hide comments, so just be careful how you often leverage that functionality. Another example of never missing the opportunity to turn a visitor into a buyer is utilizing a chat box to engage with your customers in real time. The OG Skincare has a huge product selection, and with being an online store, many people don't know what products work well on their skin because they can't try it on. So having a proactive chat is highly effective to help them make decisions and ask questions about color selection while a customer is browsing. So Gorgias' chat campaigns allow you to automate chat boxes at every stage of the buying process. So for example, if a customer is browsing the tinted lip oil for a couple of minutes and the customer has not chosen a color, before the customer gets frustrated and leaves the website, OG can have a chat box appear asking if the customer needs any help with a lip shade. This level of white glove customer experience promotes a customer to make not only a decision, but it also reduces the chance of cart abandonment. For OG, this proactive chat campaign for pre-purchase scenarios drives conversion optimization and increases volumes of products purchases as well as revenue. So here's actually a real example of a customer utilizing OG's chat campaign. A customer mentioned a concern with her skin. The support agent was able to quickly reply with a product suggestion, which prompted the customer to not just buy one product, but actually added 4 additional products to their order with a sale of $206. Here is another example of our chat campaign, but in the back end with our client Brewmate. So as you can see in the back end, on the left-hand side, there's actually different sections to your website that you can insert a chat campaign that will prompt a conversation with your visitors and your customers. Brewmate likes to use their chat campaign to proactively engage with their customers throughout the buying stage. This activity has actually helped result in $60,000 of sales for the company. Now, one of my favorite features, let's discuss self-service options for your customers. So the best way I can describe self-service online, imagine you're at a grocery store. You're about to check out and you have 2 options. 1, check out with a clerk, or 2, use the self-checkout option. Now, depending on the amount of groceries that you have or how much time you have, I'm sure this will sway your answer here. This is how you have to look at our self-serve feature for online merchants. You'll always have the options to speak to an agent for more complex questions, or if that's what you prefer. But if you have a simple question and you don't want to wait around, a self-serve option is a great one. So our self-serve features allows your customers to check their order status, tracking number, shipping information, as well as create tickets when reporting an order issue. This means your customers don't always have to start a chat with an agent if there's more of a simple request, like getting to know their shipping information. Therefore, self-serve chat can actually deflect up to 30% of your check tickets while also creating a nicer experience for your customers. It is also interesting that most merchants assume that customers value phone nearly 2.5 more than actually web self-serve. But as you can see in the chart here, you can actually, it's a value equal. Both the phone as well as self-serve is something that customers really value when trying to reach out for customer support. So here's one of our customers, Decathlon, using one of our self-serve features. So not only is it saving the customer time, but it is also giving the customer a great post-purchase experience and increasing the chances of becoming a repeat customer. So going back to our customer BrewMate, another way that BrewMate is adding value to their customer post-purchase experience is adding QR codes to their product packaging and stickers. So imagine you finally received a BrewMate mug and you found a chip in the lid, but you noticed a QR code on your package that will take you directly to their fax page. As you begin searching the fax page, a self-serve pops up asking if you need any help returning your order. You enter your information and within seconds, your chip mug has been returned and a replacement mug is on your way. By providing quick solutions and de-escalating a problem before a customer reaches out, not only makes the customer feel valid, but will give them just another reason to rebuy from your company. So is everyone ready to improve their customer service? So today we've learned that by focusing on providing a wonderful customer experience at every touch, creating customer loyalty, and cross-selling at the right moments, you can increase your customer retention and enjoy more profit from your existing customer base. Gorgias, the help desk built specifically for e-commerce, helps e-commerce businesses enhance, automate, and increase the speed of their customer support, improving the customer experience and, by extension, customer retention.
Amazing, Erin. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I think $30,000 in 30 minutes. My mind is blown.
I know. That one still always gets me too. Goosebumps when I think about it.
Absolutely. I'm learning so much from today's presentations. We do have time for just one question, so I'll throw that over to you. Do you think it's possible to recover from a poor customer experience? And what do you think is the one thing that someone should keep in mind if they're talking to someone who's had that negative experience?
Oh, 100%. It's honestly, it's one of the big reasons. It's just another example as to why Gorgias was created. Unfortunately, we can do everything right and still receive a negative comment because the customer just didn't feel it was a great customer experience. One way we can really help reverse that is with Gorgias being able to provide a full history of the customer. So everything from where the customers reached out, how many times they've purchased, what they've purchased, reviews that they've left. By having more information on your customers at your fingertips, you really can understand the customer that you're speaking to. But also, one of the ways to really recover from that is, yes, address the complaint quickly. Make a note of how you value this customer because you also have the history of their past engagements and purchases, and offering, discounts on future ones as well too, because you do really value that relationship with the customer. So if they have loyalty points that you're able to see that you can provide, additional discounts for future, a refund, or giving them extra, loyalty points towards future purchases.
Perfect. Yeah, I have to say, as a customer, the worst thing is when someone doesn't come back to you quickly, or you're left hanging. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm afraid that is all we have time for. But an enormous thank you to Erin. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you as a Loyalty Connect speaker. And now I'm going to hand over the reins to my colleague Heather, who is hosting our next session, which is how to build brand loyalty with a best-in-class tech stack. If I can ask you all to return to the agenda and click into the live session, we will see you over there.